Hello and welcome to Bald Tyler. We are doing Stanley Parable today. When I opened the game, this is what I was introduced to. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cats are friends. Okay. Normally I would just start us off from the beginning of the double doors, but I just felt like I had to include this. So let's adjust the slider. Yay! Let's go! Please adjust the ladder until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh! Got him. Some T-Bell. Oh, number 9 right there. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or Scrumtush? I like Occuboinkle. Please don't... You got it. Can we get to the... Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Is this on like a deeper level? Like the correct time in the game or in real life? Are we not living the correct timeline? But yeah, it is. What is time anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Well, yeah, probably a lot. Help. I don't like this anymore, guys. I think Stanley Parable Night might have to be canceled. Yeah? Will you come back to visit me? No, I don't like you. You're asking me a lot of scary questions. What? Just to get to the main menu? Let's do it. Anyways, guys, last time we unlocked a whole bunch of new endings. This time we're gonna unlock some more.
This is the story of a man named...
We've heard this a billion times. I don't know how many more we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna do all of them, but we're definitely gonna try to knock out some more today. So come along. I'll meet you at the double doors. Okay, we are here at the double doors. This time the plan is I'm gonna go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
now,
knew perfectly well.
The endings
Perhaps
I've done
he
on
wanted
this
to stop
side.
by the employee
Shut up!
lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll tell you here in a sec
truly
once he stops
room
talking.
worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way. What I want to do is go
Stanley was so
into
bad
the
at
secret
following
room
directions
over there
that
and go through the red
incredible
door,
it
which
wasn't
I haven't
5
done
years
yet.
ago.
And then on top of that,
Stanley,
we're
I think
probably
perhaps we've
gonna
gotten
go
off on the
to
wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
we're probably gonna go to
I
the
realize
left
that
side
investing
and
your trust
then
in
choose the
someone
wrong
else can be
option.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Nothing
There's
but
someone
me.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really?
Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
I might not.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen?
I
to
already
you?
know. I've seen your
I don't
endings.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show
Okay.
you something beautiful.
This time we're going through
Let
the
me
red
prove
door.
it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Give me a chance.
Now listen carefully.
Give me a
This is
chance.
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Oh, thank God.
This
you
is the
are
alternate
willing to
timeline.
listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Maybe I'll believe it
The
this
problem
time.
is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Okay.
Don't you see that it's killing us,
You
Stanley?
called me out on that,
I
huh?
just-
I noticed we're going
I
in a
wanted to
circle.
stop.
Or a square.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Um,
I think,
no, I'm just
well,
gonna
I
keep
think
walking.
I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Is there a different solution around this side? Oh, there is. Which door do I take? Well, I'll take this one.
do we want? What are
Uh,
we looking for?
is this space?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay
Cosmic.
right here, right in this moment
Gorgeous.
with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I'm
I
happy
actually
for you.
Feel happy.
I'm happy for you. Wow. The door still there? Oh man. I hope this creates a huge laser beam that strikes me down where I stand. Whoa! This is actually super cool. Wow, that's awesome. I wonder what happens if I walked away though. See you later, narrator guy.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Away? Somewhere
Oh,
else?
no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm gonna be okay.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
You're making me feel bad. Like, genuinely.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Guys, it's been real. It's been fun. But it hasn't been real fun, am I right? Let's go!
Oh! Oh,
Oh,
thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
we're going back.
No, what are you
Attempt
doing,
two.
Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Geronimo!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Listen, I like
You'll
it.
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Listen, if I didn't like your game, I wouldn't have done 3 episodes.
To keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Backflip.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
I'm definitely
I don't
getting
know
a kick
anymore.
out of it.
I just wanted us to get along.
Oh,
I guess
come
that
on.
was too much to ask.
I'm not. I
It
don't want
looks
to feel
like you wanted
bad.
to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh, come on. I don't like depressed narrator. I'm so sorry.
Is it over?
Oh my
It's going
god.
to restart, isn't it?
I died,
I'm
like,
going
fully.
back.
That was brutal. Anyways,
All of his co
see you at the double doors. All right, welcome back to the double doors. We're taking the one on the left, and then we're going to mess it all up. All right. So this is where the story attempts to be
here either. Feeling a wave
serious.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going downstairs to somebody else's boss's office. Oh, what do we have here? That's like a full-on letter. Can I, like, zoom? Weird.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm
He
leaving.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
That's
He
exactly
might be
why.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
That looks familiar.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
That looks familiar.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yeah.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh,
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever?
that's getting meta.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
They do.
Were they simply repeating? No,
Oh.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Is the rooms-
He just hadn't
Oh,
found the words
yeah,
for it.
there's the car.
I'm dreaming! He yelled.
That makes so
This
much
is all a
sense.
dream. Oh, What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers were
like playing
actually
PT.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh! Oh!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
Oh
and
my
Stanley
goodness.
marveled
Is
that
the whole
he'd
thing a
still not
dream?
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Okay.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing
pretty
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Man, this
I'm
mic cable's
dreaming
always
about a
pulling
voice
on me.
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Oh my goodness.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been.
This
in
is
his
getting
life.
so deep.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Okay.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes.
It's all a dream.
gently, and he invited himself to
Oh.
wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Is this all a
I'm
dream?
through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Oh.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
Well, we all know that
All I want
the wife
is my
isn't
life
real.
exactly the way it's
Spoiler
always
alert.
been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Beautiful weather we're having.
I
Normal SpongeBob.
am
Oh.
okay.
Oh, man. These endings are kind of hitting deep right now. I'm like upset. Oh, no.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Everything's
tell
going
me
red.
I'm real. I
Everything's
must be
going
real. I
red.
must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I don't like
This is the
this.
story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? Was it... Is this whole game just the crazy ramblings of a man named Stanley? That's insane. That was maybe the craziest ending so far. That one genuinely had me, like, shocked. Wow. That one was really good. I don't even know where to go from there. Oh my goodness. Okay,
All of
meet
his
you at the double
coworkers
doors.
were gone.
All right, we're here at the double doors. Honestly, right now, I don't know. I don't know what's left. I feel like we've done everything. Give me 1 sec to think about it. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room.
And now,
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
we're gonna go to the door on the left, see if
And
there's
so he
any.
detoured
Yeah.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, we haven't done that one. Okay. Does this lead back to the double doors, by the way? Is it, like, still open? It is not. It is not. So, this one we haven't done. I wonder if it's just going to lead back to the main...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
This is going to lead back to
Feeling
the
a wave
main...
of disbelief, Stanley
story.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. The broom closet opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I think I'll hang out for a minute. We got a broom and a mop bucket.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to
And a
follow.
wrench.
Just an empty broom closet.
Some
No
pliers.
reason to still be here.
And yeah, we got some cool stuff here. I'm really digging this broom closet, guys.
It
Honestly,
was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I-
He wasn't even doing anything.
I see
At
what
least
Chris
if there was
sees in
something
this
to
place.
interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not talk about what FA is. That's hilarious.
Are you really still in the broom?
I am.
Standing around doing nothing?
Uh-huh.
Why?
It's
Please offer me
funny.
some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
For the content, but also the lack of content. I don't know. It's like that weird middle ground.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
I
If
don't-
I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Then it shouldn't
I
have
never would
opened.
thought to mention it.
It shouldn't have opened then. We're just hanging
Maybe
out.
to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Hang on.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really.
Let me give a call real
He
quick.
probably only
Hang
got
on.
the job because
Let me call Colton. That's Rooks from the Rooks channel. Check it out over there.
What?
Hey, did you get the broom closet ending?
The what?
You got the broom closet ending, right?
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, see ya.
What the fuck?
I don't think he got the broom closet ending.
of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drugs. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Whoa, what? What was that last part?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're you got to this broom closet, explored a bit, and are just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby?
I feel like I
The
can't give
person
up on
with this
it.
computer
I
is
gotta
dead.
stay here in the
I have
closet.
fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
I wonder
So
how
that
long
the
does this go
irony
on?
and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I don't want to. I feel like there's content. You're hiding the content. You're hiding the content. Come on. Tell me there's a secret. Come on, tell me I figured out the game. Tell me I'm super genius, super cool, awesome. All right, whatever.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. And coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold up, guys. We'll be right back. We're back. I feel like this is just leading to the main game again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
Piano?
to discover not an indication of any
Can I
human
play it?
life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in
0 out of
disbelief
10. Terrible
who
game.
orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Oh, I was close.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by
Okay,
simply
I think
pushing
we're about to
random
end up
buttons
in
on
the same
keypad,
ending.
Stanley happened to input
If,
the correct code by sheer luck.
If this leads to the same ending as the one we
He
got last
stepped into the
episode, we're just
newly
gonna skip
opened
right back to the
passageway.
main, the start again.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
I
as though he
do feel a
felt
little
more
peculiar.
free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Oh!
read Mind Control Facility.
How did I forget the escape exit? Okay, this is something.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't know.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Locked in!
And willingly confront his death.
That's cool, man. That's metal. Whoa! Yep. Yeah, whoa! It just loaded into fall.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly
There's no
accepted
escape.
this violent end. to
I've
his
done
brief
this to
shadow
myself.
life. Farewell, Stanley.
I've done this to myself. We're so toast. This is so Dunyan Rings. Good night. Are we good?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Instantly. What? Then what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would
What?
restart the game, back in his office,
What?
as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Does this lead to the other ending we just got? This is all a dream of the guy on the sidewalk? Why is this so deep? This is all like the final moment, like death, hallucinations. Man, that was way tougher than it should have been. My goodness, I'm like shell shocked right now. Is this all some super elaborate plot? I thought this was just a silly game about funny narrator man. What in the world? Oh my goodness. I've been bamboozled. The game is now paused. Oh, the escape menu. Zending levers? Or the zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. I'm kind of disappointed I don't get to see that. All right, well this one's labeled as the exit. Can I see that again? The countdown ending.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I'm lost right now. This went from being funny to being genuinely, like, so intriguing.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
That is... Oh,
Listen
no.
to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose.
Okay! I don't... Oh my goodness. Are we back?
This is the...
We're right back. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. We're gonna... You know what? We're going to the new content from last time. You guys thought I forgot, didn't you?
Sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. The old new content wasn't very good, but the new content is better than the old new content, which is better than the old content before it was the new old content, you know? All right. Here we go.
You see, Stanley,
We'll probably get one
I've
more
been
ending
reflecting
and
on
then
the Stanley parable
end this
about
episode
how
up.
roundly
Man,
disappointing this ultra deluxe
I'm like, my
version
brain's
has
all
turned out to
rattled.
be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So
I do remember it
forget
being
this
very big at the
ultra-deluxe
time.
Nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
The super ultra
Which
deluxe?
is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
I called it in the last one! The Stanley Parable 2!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Is this a joke, or is this genuinely a sequel that's been hidden as a re-release? If this is genuinely a sequel, this is the most clever way of releasing a sequel ever. That's insane.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
It
It's
is.
future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, I like the work here in Google Suites. You know what though? As cool as this logo is, I'm a big fan of this one right here, the Stanley Parable with the 2 hidden in the B and the L. I also like this one here, the Stanley Parable 2, but in like the Godfather font.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
I mean,
it'll all work
in
itself
theory?
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific
Okay.
or logical, really.
I don't think a lot of game developers would probably agree with that.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch. The end is never the end again. Very cool. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Awesome. I would definitely buy I'd probably buy the end is never the end again shirt. Or no, I like this one. I saw the new content. I like that. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. What? Let me go. I need to find that. Hear your name. Oh, that's so awesome.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Road
and
to
of
the perfect
course,
button.
the first and
Too
most
big,
obvious
too
answer
small,
is
just
that
right.
they want to be individually recognized
Yes.
and validated as people.
Absolutely.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
You are
Isn't that
so locked in
wonderful?
right now. You 100% got this.
Jim.
That's not.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as
I'm
Jim
not-
to really simulate the full experience
Bald
of
Tyler.
this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine
I
yourself
am Bald
living
Jim.
as Jim, sleeping and waking.
Jim.
Oh, my goodness.
Hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of
I'm
this
Bald
button.
Jim.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine
I'm Jim.
yourself driving to... All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
Okay.
I'm done with this button.
All right.
Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would be your name the button says, but no.
Okay.
Instead,
What if my name was
I
Jim?
can't even think
I
about
wonder-
it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
I wonder how many people have played this that are actually named Jim, and they were just shocked
Maybe
to
I'll
hear their
only
name.
let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
They probably would. No screenshots? Well, they're probably not going to like what I do. Red is the new orange. You know what? I like the red scheme. The reassurance bucket! That's what I've been asking for all along! Yes! I wanted to be reassured by a metal object that holds
The
water.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
Yes.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
Where's the bucket?
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense
Here comes the bucket!
of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps
The reassurance bucket!
comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring bucket is
Alright, and we're
to be
back.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than
The
actually
reassurance bucket
redesigning
is
the
truly
game
the
to be
greatest
less
feature that's ever
uncomfortable.
been brought
Can
to
you
the
imagine
Stanley
what a
Parable
pain in
2.
the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on. give it a
I can try it?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I don't know if that
And
made
in
me feel
fact,
comfortable.
can I
If
say
anything, that
I
made me
do
less
believe
comfortable.
The bucket lends you an air of charisma as well.
Okay.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a
Okay.
person.
Okay.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on.
you know what? Maybe it is a good
All
feature.
this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Wait, this isn't. You told me this is the Stanley Parable too. You told me this was the. I'm taking the bucket. It's mine now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should
would get
be
it.
an award if it isn't already.
You would get it. A free new easy achievement? Dude, I'm so in. Nice. I like the cutout of this guy. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To at last
Give me the
satisfy
achievement.
the
Give me
horde
the
of
achievement.
ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
Come
we
on.
hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me the achievement. Let me. Can I like fix this? Give me the wrench from the broom closet. I'll fix it up. Give me it. Fine. Ridiculous. Stanley Parable 2, 0 out of 10. I can be the first. I'm the first reviewer of the game. Since it's unreleased. 0 out of 10. Don't play it.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's see. What can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all. Did we include Pokemon?
Collectibles.
Ew.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Guys, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. Well, I'm not. Oh, okay. Well, they're gonna make me. Well, let's go collect the collectible. Maybe that'll give me the achievement. Maybe that's the secret. Oh, this is creepy. Give me Stanley. Yeah! I'm in. It's a good feature. You know what? Stanley Parable went from 0.
God,
You're now
it
at 2
really
out of
is
10.
the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Wait, how is it? Wait, you kept the jump circle? I need to go find the jump circle. Jump circle at N. Okay. Let's see. Settings World Champion. Office decorations. Epilogue. Oh. It's around the corner? An infinite hole at K. Okay. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's right there. Unfathomable. No screenshots? Well, you're out of luck.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. Like
This is not the
But
infinite
I'm
hole.
undecided on
No,
Get
now I
Well
have to
Someday
design
and
an office.
Happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
I like Get Well Someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually
Yeah,
really
no, that
wanted
happens
all
actually
along.
pretty often.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece. it
Okay.
is.
Well, then why'd you ask me? Okay. All right.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
Nope.
I've made
Nope.
my
You
decision.
already
We're
ignored my
moving
decision.
on.
There's no going back. The infinite
Stanley, here's
hole.
an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Well,
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever.
That's awesome.
right. Infinite
And we go.
falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A
I'm already
Stanley
regretting
fall
my
of a video
decision.
game. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Ingenious? I'd
Since you've
probably say
gotten to see
ungenius.
the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up
Oh.
to the top, and we can continue onward.
Well, I guess if that's the case, then we'll just hang out for a little bit, kind of see the secret
Now, I
content.
don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
It's not
Do it
really
on the
endless, is it?
sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
It's not really infinite, is it? You lied to me. We're gonna hit the bottom soon. That's why you're pushing it.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say
Ah.
this truthfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the
Ah.
infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole?
Yes.
To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Very nice.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
Okay.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Well, there's only really
From
one.
one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. On the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated
Just
by
the two
falling.
of us.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Don't put this on me.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
I don't
If
think
that
that's
works
how
for
that
you,
that
then go
works.
ahead
I
and
don't
press
think
the
that
teleport
adjective is.
button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be
I'm
up here.
not
and
arguing with
ready.
you, narrator.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Well, they did change it. Listen, I don't. Once again, why don't you just call it what it is? It's a very, very deep hole. Okay. We're done talking about that subject. Okay. There's some more content. The jump circle! Yes! They brought it back!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
I'd like it.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Dogs are playing in the background. This is I'm more focused on that right now. Well, the jumps have disappointed me greatly. The button that says gym, I didn't notice they changed that one too. All right, well, that's good new content. I guess we'll follow the staircase that says exit. Well, very nice. It's a very nice sequel.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think
Ready
so.
to move on now?
I am. Thank you, narrator. The new additions suck, but the bucket really hits the nail on the head. I mean, it's phenomenal.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these
bucket's
features will
awesome.
come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely
finally
a good
see.
game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
It's a good way to test it. Good way to test it. Just see if it makes sense.
Are
It's like when you
ready?
read back something you
Here
just
it
wrote.
is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Huh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
This looks like a rejected
Hold on.
Mario level.
Let me do a different arrangement.
That's probably it. The feng shui was off.
Yes,
The feng shui was
this
off.
is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags.
I like
They
that the
don't add
jump
up to
circle
anything.
is part of the infinite hole.
I
Or
wanted
sorry,
more
mostly
than
infinite hole.
anything to create
Trademark.
a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course, with respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original.
That's why
game.
we had the Ultra Deluxe.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could.
Did we
But it
just
would
circle
need a
back around
really,
to the Ultra
really
Deluxe?
Tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2."
Except
Let me see if I can whip something
it's not.
up.
It's the same game.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's neat. I don't know if it has the same character as the first one. I'm in though.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is this the same?
Stanley worked for a
Oh,
company
the
in a big building
balloons!
where he was employee number 427.
Okay, we're gonna skip that, but I like the balloons are there.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Happy
What could it
12th
mean?
birthday, step niece.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
All right,
missed
let's
the
see if
memo.
there's anything. Is that the bucket?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! The best feature. They give it to you so early. I'm so glad I pre-ordered.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Come on now. You know it's the sequel. We always go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
The bucket's always
And there
right.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
I think so.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
You know, I don't blame the
Stanley
bucket. I think
took
that's
the
on
door
me.
on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, said the bucket.
The bucket
Don't
speaks.
go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Okay.
Go to the
yes.
cargo lift.
Yes.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Yeah, I
It
trust
should
the
have
bucket
alarmed
every
him,
time.
Of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
It did.
And
The
he
collectible.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Yeah, you know,
Stanley
bucket.
once
I don't.
again obeyed blindly.
I don't. I don't mean to question you because obviously you know you're so great and you know everything, but like, I don't really think it's a good idea. No, you're right, Bucket. You're right. All right.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug
Listen.
the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking.
Okay.
Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you
Well,
and telling
why'd you
you
lie
to
to
do
me?
things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke?
I didn't
It's
know.
Funny,
I'm so-
Stanley. A talking bucket.
Come on.
Can't you see?
It's not the weirdest thing in the world.
I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But
Yeah.
There isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh no, no! I don't want to watch another comedy video now.
Take a look. What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
This one
How
I'm
can it
watching
be
closely.
used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
I hope so.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Yes, let's go.
Dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit,
Right.
with one of your arms
Let's fix
raised
that.
straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal
Okay.
conditions for good comedic
Okay.
timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Provide a
BALDTYLER.
synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
So I have
and
this
then
joke
spell out
that
your name
is
a
going to be
second
really
time.
funny, and
With
you're
these
going to laugh
steps
at like
complete,
multiple points.
it's time to
By the way,
begin
it's
the humor. Speak the entire
BALDTYLER.
joke in no more than 18 seconds,
Okay,
and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
I'm Dunny with the
Let's practice
funny.
Screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
It is.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter.
Phenomenal.
And even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatens
What?
our very existence and to very likely die in a hailstorm
Huh?
of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
I don't like comedic timing.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think
Maybe a
the
little.
fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So
I'm
that
Dunny
in
with the
mind,
funny.
I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay. Oh, and they put the fence back up. I like it. I so badly want to go in this room. I feel like it wouldn't just be there if it wasn't meant to be walked into.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
You are the king of
Thank
comedy.
goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
That is that.
Bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Just let it roll. Let it roll off the top.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
And so we did.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Why are you yelling
I'm
again?
going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers.
Okay.
I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because
Listen,
you
sometimes
couldn't
it
watch
happens.
a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Yeah.
No. You were supposed to go through the
Oh,
door
no,
on
is he
the
gonna
right,
repeat again?
leading back. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I did.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back.
Okay. You know what they
Here
say.
we go.
The rule
You
of
ready?
3.
When Stanley and the bucket came
Now we
to
go
a
through the
set of
back.
2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
All right. That's not normal.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on?
And it's
There
still
was
unplugged?
supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit
Yeah,
which
very
culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that
Hey,
the
listen.
phone room comes immediately
Not
after
everyone
the
can be a
2 doors
comedic
room.
master.
What an egregious mistake.
Including me. I'm
I'd made
also not a
fool of
comedic
myself.
master.
I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
I would give to be a whelp.
I think I need to go back and rewatch
No.
that instructional video again.
No.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Whoa!
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
Yeah.
Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame.
Okay, that one wasn't as good.
Unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not?
No. That one wasn't as good. No, the first one was good.
Shame. Pale with shame?
Pale, yeah.
Pale. What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar.
Okay, yeah. That one's good. Stick with that one too.
Getting away
No,
from
that one was good.
Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's
No.
exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More
Oh, sorry, Leroy.
videos. Let's see.
I'm gonna put him right in between. Oh. Okay. Well, this has been the Stanley Parable. Thank you for joining me. We'll see if we're gonna continue. We'll see how the reception is for this game. I really appreciate everyone that's dropped by to watch. For those of you that didn't know, we hit 10,000 views between the videos and the shorts, which the shorts typically come from these longer episodes. So if you liked some of the shorts or you liked watching this episode, watch some of the other ones because they're, they're pretty similar. So consider that. Thank you so much for even taking your time out of your day to watch this. I have been Bald Tyler, and I will see you next time.